Hello fellow academics and welcome back to Beeftorio. We're overlooking our mine where we're just waiting for the water to fully evaporate. Kinda wish I would have finished this up earlier so it would already be dry, but very soon we have access to our mine and all of our metal problems are gonna be solved forever. Very nice. Part of what we did last time is actually start building all of this up over here. Just realized we need more dynamite. So time to turn on our dynamite factory. And then I guess we could try to get this back out. Maybe it's not worth it. Anyways, there are a couple things that we're still cleaning up. One is to remove sort of the excess material over here. And the same with over this way. Thanks to Pierogi Girl, last episode we started putting in some badwater domes over here that once they are in, we don't need to worry about the badwater over this way anymore. And then I think we're in a much better situation. Alright. So this is coming along alright. And like I said, we've started to expand this area down here a little bit. I actually do want to high prioritize you guys. Because once you are in, we can explode you away. And I think under here should actually be regular soil. Can I make the... Yep. It is. Which means I will destroy this wood pile now. And actually replace it with another large underground storage facility right there. And then we're just gonna connect this up with a path to here. And ultimately, another thing that we did in the last episode is make it possible for us to put a staircase up here and massively shortening the commute. Alright, these should be on highest priority. Not that they really need to get up here to get to some logs. And might actually remove this in the long run. We'll see, we'll see. Alright, dynamite down here is in, so let's blow you guys up. And I just realized should have not done that. Because if we have another exit here... This is a regular tree. This is a regular tree. So, never mind, it's all good. We'll be able to connect this up here and then directly into our watermill. And once they are exploded away, we'll be able to connect a water wheel right here, which will fill up this, and then one more water wheel in front of it, which will fill up the second part. And then I think, again, we're in a much better situation overall. I'm also gonna destroy this one and replace it with floodgates, so we can decide if we wanna have it open or not. And I should have waited until they picked up the logs. They will never be able to reach this again. So let's go ahead and clear out the rubble. Just a few more planks over here. For this, you're waiting for gears, but the gears are currently all going into this part right there. All right. Overall, not bad, not bad. We had talked about turning this area here actually into our wood industry, and I still think that makes a ton of sense. So I'm gonna destroy... No, I'm actually gonna wait. Actually, this you're on normal priority. Maybe I'll put you on one lower priority. Then, no, if I destroy you, our gear workshop will actually not have any... No, they will have some power from up here. So that should be fine. Yeah, let's just do that. destroy you. Build a connection up here, highest priority. Come on, gears. It still freaks me out a little bit. Some beavers seem to have a different colored fur than others. See this guy? Now, maybe it's this guy compared to this guy. So sometimes I just think there's badwater shenanigans going on. Which, yeah, wouldn't be great. Alright. Good, the power connection is back in, and now we can relatively easily build this up here. Excuse me. And have the power actually directly connect there. Not that we really needed it, but yeah. Because we would have made a connection over here anyways. Oh well. We could remove all of this. But instead, I'm actually gonna place a path system over this way and a staircase here. So if they need to go down here, they could come down here and then back up. Which I think will be quite useful. Alright. How... not you guys. Need to explode you. And then set up our power supply down here. You guys should be able to reach that and reach it very quickly. And now we can put in the double dynamites again over here. Connect this fully up. Oh, and now I can also detonate you guys. Sweet. Alright, alright. I didn't see any harm, so I just did that. They've put in... They're really quick. Holy cow. Right. This has been exploded as well now. Put in another water wheel right here. It is already connected to our power grid. So all they really need to do is wrap this up. And then we have a ton of additional outlets over here, which I think should be okay whenever we hit a bad tide. Okay. So, still waiting for them to finish the underground pile. So maybe we already go ahead and put in some additional gear workshops. To do that, we're just gonna connect this all up with, not connect this all up, build this all up with platforms. And then we should be able to very quickly put in one gear workshop here, a second one in here. And this way we can really start to build this up moving forward. It would be nice to get proper storage back here. So I am thinking maybe we can actually level this part out. That might not be a bad idea. And we can speckle the back with like trees and lanterns for our buildings. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, also should high prioritize you. Again, we need more gears. So let's have you guys get it done quickly. 8 open vacancies, 13 unemployed beavers. Crazy. Alright, Unfortunately, we don't have the material to go into our bot production right away. They do need metal blocks. And we're waiting for scrap metal from down here. So that is something that we just need to kind of deal with in the long run. This looks pretty good. Food supply is okay. Not great, but okay. Wonder if we need more potatoes. Seems like we actually have still way too many carrots. So how about we're gonna remove all of you from being replanted. Actually, let's just go ahead and demolish you so we can replace you with more potatoes. Which will hopefully help this guy be a little bit more effective. Alright, we also should consider putting down more connections for our zipline station. Not that we have the material at the moment, but we will soon. And I think I'm just gonna connect it up here. Although it's not too far from here to here. But we definitely want a zipline station here. And actually need to go one level further back. Alright. So this is already set to be in place. What is taking so long? We're low on... I can't believe it. We're actually low on planks. Let's free up some more of the resources that we have dedicated here. That gave us 14 planks. Also continued deconstructing our levee systems back here. More wood. Not that we really need that right now. We do have a ton of it. And that's also, I think, why our gear production slowed down. Does gears need planks to make gears? Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. But, you know, we'll take it. So, what could we do in order to actually get over to this part? If we were to build a platform in the opposite direction, not a bridge, platform like that, we could get up here and then work with the bridges, but this is one too short in this direction. Maybe at some point we just need to go down here. I think that makes more sense. So in that case, let's free up some more planks over this way and slowly start building this back. All right. Looking good overall. Again, feeling much better about this part here. Just realized when I open this, there will be an additional outlet, like shortcut in this direction, which I think is fine. Building lacks materials. Really? Oh, I guess you need planks. We do have 170 storage in there, so I'm actually gonna demolish you. You'll be one of the buildings that will actually just go up here. Which means we should also start clearing out this area. Technically don't need to do that for all the saplings, but since we're at it, why not? Destroy the next bit. Should click yes. All right. Here we go. You need to be set to logs, which means I will destroy you. because we don't need you anymore. Very good for us. Oh look, they have also built up here, which means we can start flattening out this area. And then we're gonna get it on the same level as this one. I think that makes sense. And builds the additional beautification pieces in the back. I guess technically this one doesn't need to go further down. So let's go into well-being. Oh, decorations, to be more precise. Put a shrub here. And a shrub here. You're actually not reaching this one. Maybe I'll build it up here. Right, and then we do have our lanterns. And that means we should be able... Scarecrow does also give them something, right? Scarecrow, beaver statue, and bulletin pole. Scarecrow. And a beaver statue. You're not reaching this one here anyways. So if we flip it, yep, you're reaching this part here. All right, and then a scarecrow goes in here. All right. Probably want to reconsider this part here. I mean, not the building underneath, but do a similar setup to here, just over this way, where this becomes the shrub. Let's actually plan this out immediately. This one becomes the shrub. We have the lantern right next to it. Too far away. Of course it's too far away. Why wouldn't it be? There we go. Now they can build all of this. Good. Regular water, topping this up, and filling this up. Let's make sure we're definitely high prioritizing this part right here. I'd love to automate this. I don't quite know how. Because it's not like I don't want it to. I guess if I just explode this out and make sure it's that high down here and replace this with a sluice. That should kind of work. We have a good amount of injured beavers. Okay, trying to not explode our beavers. Oh, no one here. There we go. Explode all of this away. Remove the latest staircase. The one furthest in the back. Can destroy this shrub. Can destroy this lantern. Now we need a shrub up here. This will be a lantern. This will be a scarecrow. And a beaver statue. Scarecrow. Am I actually placing it in the right direction? I think so. Scarecrow. Beaver statue right next to it, and that will actually cover this building in the middle. So that's pretty awesome. And then you actually still need to be... actually, you don't need to pause you. You guys can reach this from below. And then we need another lantern up here. Now, you still need a lantern right there. What else do you need? Don't need a wind gauge. I wish more of these beautifications, they would just do a little bit more, you know? Maybe I'll actually just put a lantern in the middle and then shrubs on both sides, because otherwise all of this is covered now. You're not covered by a scarecrow. So let's just place 2 more in here. I think in the long term, we want to move this one over, turn this into a actual rooftop. So both sides are actually covered. Let's actually work on that as well right now. That tide is approaching. We should be prepared. Should. Right, rooftop terrace, right, didn't click. Right here. Let's destroy this one. And then we said in decorations, rooftop right here. Then we will set a rooftop. Actually, we should set the rooftop right here. That covers all of the buildings right there. Actually, that will stop us from being able... Wait. There we go. That would stop us from expanding this, actually. So I'm gonna hold off on that. Do we need more beavers right now? Why do we have 18 open? You guys? Only 4 baby beavers, but 18 open positions? What did I build? What did I build that uses up? Is the order minus n? We don't need 10 of you in there. Actually, 3 of you is definitely enough. We also have 8 injured beaver. That makes a ton of sense. So one of the things probably in the next episode that we want to do is make sure we turn this into a, replace our beaver force down here with actual bots. Right, and this should be 3 levels down. So let's go ahead, unlock the 3-level dynamite, triple dynamite. This should be 2 levels. But need 1 staircase for this corner piece. This is already topping over. This is flooded now. Building lacking power. How can you be lacking power up here? All of this is connected, no? Yeah. Don't quite know what the problem was. Huh. Alright, they've already done their work up here. Nice, like to see that. And in case we're building another house here, I'll just set the double dynamite over this way. We will then, if we are building another house on top of here, need to figure out how to actually get to there to build all of this. But I think we'll figure it out. Actually, let me go ahead, put a single dynamite here. Alright, bad tide started. All of this should just stop once the water is... Shoot, sorry. No pause. No pause. I haven't set this up properly. Close, 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 close. Ah. Okay, that's not too bad. Also need to set up this now to be open. And that should come out here any second now. There we go. What about down here? There's still water coming out of this way. Now there's water coming out of here, which means there is contamination in there. This dried out, and this completely turned into bad water. Sweet. So that worked. Now I do want to keep an eye. Oh look, it is actually already raised the water level down here. Maybe I should have replaced this with sluices. Look, it is actually rising. Can you see that? Gonna keep my mouse over here. Yep, it's definitely rising. So let's open... You're already overflowing. Interesting. Let's open you. Which, yep. You're producing a ton of power, so are you? Are you guys still rising? I think that actually does it. How's the rest looking? Rest is looking okay. Alright. Now we have all the dynamite in up here. You guys were quick, I literally just destroyed it. One more double dynamite in there. Okay, and with this now set up, I don't think we actually need to unset it. Because this is almost at the level where we can supply water in here. Now I think we will need to unset it one more time. Just to fill up the rest of it. Alright. How is our dynamite? 12 dynamite, 7 extract. So very soon, here's the last guy. Detonate this up here. Don't detonate this yet, because I need to detonate this part here as well. Which means double dynamite. Almost messed this up. There we go. I guess now you can start detonating things up 2 levels high by utilizing the tunnels. Alright. Made a bit more space here. Can do the same now over this way. Our plank production is still suffering. So it might be time to reconsider our plank situation. And I also want to make sure we have a plank storage over here. Gives us a little bit more space, not quite enough for 2 of these, because we also want a gear storage. Yep, we're unlocking the large warehouse. Don't technically need to wait for this. Should set this on highest priority. How many gears are we actually getting back? 15. That's good. Alright, now we can also delete you. And then we're making sure that all of this is connected up. Which also makes me think. So this is 3 deep. If we're connecting it like that, we can actually destroy the paths over this way and add more production facilities in this corner. And also now connect this up straight. And overall, I think that looks much, much better. Now, let's go ahead and actually move all of our plank facilities down here. 1, 2, we have 4 of them right now. So let's build this up. 2, 3, 4. We can build 1 more down here. Oh wow. Plank storage. That was quick. I guess we are producing now a ton of planks, since we have like 6 of them. How's this looking? This is looking good. This is looking good. Alright, so I way overbuilt this. Not too bad though. At least we're safe. And that is the most important part for our beavers. Yes, beaver well-being, very important. Alright, let's go ahead and remove this path so I don't need to think about you anymore. And if we are going to put in more plank workers, 1, 2, maybe we want to put them sideways. 1, 2, and then kind of connect it up somehow. By somehow, I mean... Actually, I can now destroy you. Which means, yeah, we lost a lot of productivity back there. But we can build this up. Put in these planks, these platforms right here. 1, 2, so 1 more over this way. Just like that. And 1 level above. That should allow us to place 2 more of our plank makers in on this side. All right. You're still supplied by power. I'm definitely gonna delete you guys up here already. We do need to figure out like scrap metal storage. Because right now that is it. Look how much scrap metal we actually have. Because we only have 1 of you. So let me go ahead, go down there, reduce the workforce. I don't want to just have 1 beaver in the mine. That just seems super mean. Alright, our connection has been made again. So that is awesome. And I think overall we're looking much, much, much better. Beaver happiness has risen as well. Food supply is dwindling. So that is something we definitely need to sort out in the next episode. And actually, before I do that, let's quickly go ahead, place the potatoes. All right. Otherwise, I'd say we're doing okay. All right. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.